Novitas Solutions, a CMS contractor, welcomes you to the On-Demand Education Series. This on-demand tutorial is a general summary that explains certain aspects of the Medicare program, but it is not a legal document. The official Medicare program provisions are contained in the relevant laws, regulations, and rulings. The information enclosed was current at the time it was presented. Medicare policy changes frequently. Links to the source documents have been provided within the document for your reference. This presentation was prepared as a tool to assist providers and is not intended to grant rights or impose obligations. Throughout this module, you will see a citation number behind certain elements of information as shown in the example below. This citation number coincides with the transcript document positioned next to the Play Now icon you selected on the Training Videos Click and Play page on the Novitas Solutions website. The citation and associated hyperlink to the resource described in the module will be found on the transcript under footnotes for each slide.
Novitas On-Demand Education Series. Getting started with the Fiscal Intermediary Standard System, Part 2. The Beneficiary Common Working File, CWF, Eligibility Inquiry Menu. FISS Introduction. FISS. The FISS is the standard Medicare Part A claims processing system, which allows you to perform several functions such as key claims directly online, check claim status, correct, adjust, and cancel claims, access revenue codes, HCPCS codes, and procedure code inquiry files, access the reason code and adjustment reason code inquiry files, inquire about beneficiary eligibility, and/or review claim count summary. In this module, which is the second installment of a 5-part series, we will discuss the Beneficiary Common Working File, CWF, Eligibility Inquiry Menu. The FISS Manual. Novitas produced the manual to assist providers who use the FISS. The manual serves as a reference and is ideal for both experienced and inexperienced users. It provides guidance on how to enter information onto the claim pages associated with the Uniform Bill or UB04 claim form and provides field descriptions found on the FISS screens. Please use the manual as a companion guide to this presentation. Beneficiary Common Working File, CWF, Inquiry. Although the FISS Inquiry menu allows you to research certain files for a variety of items, this session is going to focus on the Beneficiary Common Working File, CWF, Eligibility Inquiry, how to access it, and what is available on each eligibility detail screen. Option 10, Beneficiary Common Working File, CWF Inquiry. The Beneficiary Common Working File Inquiry displays current Medicare Part A and Part B entitlement information regarding a specific beneficiary. The first 2 pages are created from claims processed in FISS. The remaining pages are created from information posted at the Common Working File. The FISS menu options. To access the Beneficiary Common Working File, CWF Eligibility Inquiry, you will navigate to the FISS main menu, type 01 in the Enter menu selection field, and press Enter. Menu 01, Inquiry menu. After you press Enter, the Inquiry menu will appear. Type option 10 in the Enter menu selection field and press Enter. Eligibility Detail Screen 1. You will see Eligibility Detail Screen 1 after accessing the Beneficiary Common Working File CWF Eligibility Inquiry. To start the inquiry process to verify eligibility utilization for a specific beneficiary, enter the following information as it appears on the Medicare card: health insurance claim HIC number, Medicare Beneficiary Identifier, MBI, last name and first initial. Include the beneficiary suffix after the last name to avoid possible mismatches on last name. For example, if the beneficiary's name is John Smith Jr., enter Smith Jr. in the last name field. The gender, sex, 8-digit date of birth in MMDDYYYY format. Use the Tab key to move among the fields. Do not press Enter until all fields are completed. Once you press Enter, the system will search for the beneficiary information. If the beneficiary record does not exist on the file, the message "Error has occurred" at FSS01750AT, status is not found, appears at the bottom of the screen. If this error occurs, verify the beneficiary information and repeat the process. If a match is found, information will populate in the applicable remaining fields, such as the beneficiary's address, Part A and Part B effective and term dates, and Part A benefit period information. As with any page discussed today, please refer to the FISS Manual for complete descriptions of all available fields. To access Eligibility Detail Screen 2, press F8. Eligibility Detail Screen 2. Eligibility Detail Screen 2 provides information on applicable Part B data, such as the calendar year for current Part B services associated with the cash deductible amount entered in the medical expense field and blood deductible field, plan data for other insurers, including the ID code, as well as information on whether any services may be restricted, and a summary of hospice election data. To access Eligibility Detail Screen 3, press F8. Eligibility Detail Screen 3. Eligibility Detail Screen 3, also known as the Preventive Service Detail Screen, provides information on preventive services. All preventive services on the screen have the associated HCPCS listed next to the service. The date in the Tech D and/or Prof D fields represents the next eligible technical and/or professional date, respectively, for the preventive service in MM, CC, YY format. To see additional preventive services, press F6 to scroll forward. Eligibility Detail Screen 3 Extended. Listed on this page are additional preventive services. To return to Eligibility Detail Screen 3, press F5 to scroll backward. Eligibility Detail Screen 4. To access Eligibility Detail Screen 4 from Eligibility Detail Screen 3, press F8. Similar to the information provided on Eligibility Detail Screen 1, Eligibility Detail Screen 4 provides Part A and Part B entitlement information, such as Part A and Part B effective and term dates, and Part A benefit period information. To access Eligibility Detail Screen 5, press F8. Eligibility Detail Screen 5. Eligibility Detail Screen 5 provides applicable information on other insurers and end-stage renal disease ESRD home dialysis selection. To access Eligibility Detail Screen 6, press F8. Eligibility Detail Screen 6. Eligibility Detail Screen 6 provides applicable information related to beneficiary risk, including Pap smear risk and date of last Pap smear, mammography risk and technical and professional dates of last mammogram, and information related to transplants. To access Eligibility Detail Screen 7, press F8. Eligibility Detail Screen 7 and 8. Eligibility Detail Screens 7 and 8 both provide hospice election period information. To access Eligibility Detail Screen 8, press F8. Press F7 and F8 to toggle between the two pages. Eligibility Detail Screen 7 shows election periods 1 and 2, and Eligibility Detail Screen 8 shows election periods 3 and 4. The period information will provide details such as the hospice provider, days billed, and period start and termination dates. To access Eligibility Detail Screen 9 from Eligibility Detail Screen 8, press F8. Eligibility Detail Screen 9. Eligibility Detail Screen 9 provides information on smoking and tobacco use cessation counseling services, including counseling periods, total sessions, and the from and through dates of related claims. To access Eligibility Detail Screen 10, press F8. Eligibility Detail Screen 10. Eligibility Detail Screen 10 is for home health certification. This page will show the health insurance record number and the from date of the home health certification. To access Eligibility Detail Screen 11, press F8. Eligibility Detail Screen 11. Eligibility Detail Screen 11 provides Medicare Secondary Payer MSP information. Please note that there can be up to 5 pages of Medicare Secondary Payer MSP data. If additional data is available, the function key F8 to move forward will be listed at the bottom of the page. This screen details the other insurer information, including insurer name, insurer address, effective and termination dates, and employer data if applicable. To access Eligibility Detail Screen 12, press F8. Eligibility Detail Screen 12. Eligibility Detail Screen 12 provides information on screening mammography and the annual wellness visit, AWV, for when the beneficiary received the services and will be eligible to receive the services again. To access Eligibility Detail Screen 13, press F8. Eligibility Detail Screen 13. Eligibility Detail Screen 13 provides hospice provider information such as MCCM data, which is the identification number assigned to the hospice provider, the start date of a beneficiary's election with the hospice provider, the termination date of a beneficiary's election with the hospice provider, and the transfer date of a beneficiary's election with the hospice provider. To access Eligibility Detail Screen 14, press F8. Eligibility Detail Screen 14. Similar to other eligibility detail screens that provide hospice information, Eligibility Detail Screen 14 provides only a summary of hospice election periods. You may use the function keys at the bottom of the pages to continue to navigate amongst the pages. You may also press F3 to return to Inquiries menu and re-enter the Beneficiary Common Working File CWF Eligibility Inquiry to start a new search for a different beneficiary. This concludes our second video of the FISS series. Please review subsequent installments of this FISS series for additional information on claim page fields and accessing inquiry menus.
Thank you for attending. We encourage you to visit our website, www.novitas-solutions.com, to access additional resources and participate in our educational events. Visit our education and training page to access the most current Medicare education.